Hi there and welcome. Today I have Todd Rowland here, who's going to go over a shorter version of the Partner Co. compensation plan. Alrighty, sir, the floor is yours.
Awesome, Sarah. Yes, welcome to Partner Co. And what we want you to do today is understand the simple version of the pay plan. So we're going to keep this to right around 10 minutes. We won't go in depth, but you'll get a kind of a bird's eye view of exactly how you're going to get paid and exactly you can go kind of go rewatch this and see exactly what to do to maximize that pay plan. So we're going to begin with what's called retail sales. That is when you buy product from Partner Co. wholesale. You then can turn around and use our social media system and sell that, collect money in your Cash App, your Venmo, however you so choose, or you can use one of what we call our smart links you can send out, and the company will give you your retail profit. But retail sales is when you buy a product wholesale, being in the company, and sell it to someone retail. The middle difference is yours to keep. We have a lot of people now that are spending out $500, $1,000 a week just in retail sales, even before they start building a team. But from this point forward, we're going to get into the team building and how you get paid from the company. So just know on the retail sales part, you're about to see how to come in at top pay with the company. But in our skinny drop system, the drops retail at 176. If you paid your $29.95, you're going to be able to get a 30% discount and buy them at like 123. But we have bulk buying to increase the profitability selling retail. So if you buy a 4-pack and you sell 3, you can give your customers like a $10 discount. You can sell at 167. And if you did that, you would turn a $268 profit if you sold all 4. But if you just sold 3, you would get all of your money back. Your box would be completely for free. And that just shows you an example there. That's the kind of dipping your toe in. You just want to give it a shot. Buy 4, sell 3, get yours for free. If you have a little bit more confidence in yourself and you're really ready to go out on a business venture, you can do a 10-pack. And when you do a 10-pack, you can see the cost comes down to $870. So it's $87 a box. There will be some shipping and tax getting it to your house. So probably about $93, $4 a box once it gets to your house. But again, you're selling at 167. So if you do sell at 167, you can see profitability is 720 on every 10 that you move. And then if you want to come into our company and maximize our pay plan at what we call top pay, you come in with a 30-pack of drops. And when you do that, if you moved all 30 at 167, you would bring in $5,000. However, it was only 2,300 to get them. So you have a profitability of 2,600 in retail profit for every 30 boxes that you move. That's important to understand as we now move into the team building, and we're going to begin with new volume bonus. So when you look at this first way, the new volume bonus that you're paid in the pay plan, when you join our company, you've paid $29.95 one time. You then have to activate your business, which means you have to order or sell at least 200 points of product. So you can see a 4-pack meets that requirement. So if I bought a 4-pack, sold 3, got mine for free, I am in the business at the activated level completely for free when I sell my 3 boxes. There are 2 other business levels, 500 and 1,000. And you can see it changes the percentage that you're paid. I'm getting ready to explain what you're paid on. But our goal is to get everybody to ultimate. That is what we call our top pay. You only have to do it one time. Once you achieve ultimate, you are locked there for life. And what it means is that when you personally sponsor, meaning you bring somebody else into the company for $29.95 so they can sell, when you do that, if you're ultimate, you'll be paid 30% on whatever they buy or sell the first 4 weeks or first 4 Fridays they are in the business. If you're only activated, you get 15%. So if you're in at top pay, it is double the money on the same exact transaction occurring. So everybody wants to be ultimate. And because of our skinny drop system, you can come in with a 30-pack and you'll actually have $2,500 profitability when you sell the 30 and you've got ultimate locked for life. If you don't want to sell skinny drops, you can do any product combination that you want. We have a lot of 1,500 point ultimate packs put together for personal consumption and group buying and other products too, if you like other things better. There are 3 huge perks coming in at top pay or getting there in your first 4 Fridays. Number 1, you double the new volume bonus, which I just explained. Number 2, you unlock the first 3 generations of matching check for life. And you're going to understand that. That's the last way we'll talk about today. And you also, if you come in at Ultimate, you start out with 5 legs, not 2, and you'll understand that in 1 second. Last thing, and we're going to move into the team building and show you how you get paid on that. But to be paid by Partner Co. and to lock in your 30% for life and to be eligible to win our 2 free vacations a year, get our loyalty shopping where you get up to 45% off on a lot of products. They're always different ones every month. You're going to get that on. You have to have one reoccurring customer once a month. It's going to bill every 4th Friday. It's called a subscribe and save if you do it yourself, which is more than fine. You can put things on a subscribe and save that you personally want to use, or you can put things on a subscribe and save that you personally want to sell. Or you can just have a customer, if it's a reoccurring customer, on what we call your qualifying week, which is whatever week that your back office tells you is your week that the auto ship is going to run. You just need a 100-point customer, which again can be yourself. All right, that moves us now to the third way we're paid, the team commissions. We call it base pay. So remember, if you're Ultimate, you're going to have 5 legs you can start building. This illustration is going to show you starting to build 3. You can build 4, you can build 5, you can only build 2. It does not matter. I just have 3 here for illustration purposes only. But you're going to be paid 15% of every sale that occurs to unlimited depth, meaning that when you personally sponsor somebody, remember you're going to get 30% if you're in at top pay on what they sell. But when that person begins to sign up a new brand partner and so forth, no matter where it goes in the world, whether it be an auto ship, somebody signing up in the business, somebody ordering random products, purchasing a pack, purchasing drops to sell, whatever the transaction occurs with 0 exceptions, you're paid 15% on every leg every Friday, but the biggest. You are paid on that leg. As a matter of fact, this is the only pay plan I've ever seen in network marketing that you can actually create wealth with only 1 leg. You'll understand that in another area that we're paid. But in base pay, it's 15% unlimited on every leg but the biggest. So this particular illustration shows leg 2 and 3 with 4,000 and 2,000. You're going to, and leg 1 had 13,000. So you're going to be paid 15% on 2 and 3. You do the math, that's $900 for the week. You're able, when you're signing people up yourself, you're able to stick people at the very bottom of the leg. So if you sign up somebody and they go Ultimate, you create 1,500 points of product movement for everybody above where you placed them. And it's still your personal sponsor. It's the greatest thing about our pay plan. It may take just a second to fully understand that. Just know that we're all helping each other build volume on our teams. You eventually, your goal, if you want to go out and really create financial independence for your family, your goal will be to create 13,000 volume points of sale in a leg. Now, it's a weird number, but the reason it's that weird looking number, 13,334, is because if you multiply that times 15%, it equals $2,000 in base pay for the week. So if you get to 2,000 for the week in a leg, it's going to trigger the next way we're paid, and that is bonus income. So you can see if you get your first 2 legs that did 13,000 volume points of sales, cumulatively, remember, to unlimited depth, then you'd make 2,000, 15% of 13,334, but you're also now going to get a $470 bonus in what's called the income position pool. You get shares put in there. But the crazy thing is every leg thereafter that you what we call optimize, meaning get that to pay you 2,000 a week, the amount of shares you get in that pool is exponential. So you're about to see that. So we're going to move now to what we call the 1% global leadership pool, which is on these corresponding legs. So leg 1 is actually, let me go back here. It's a little bit hard to understand, but the first 2 legs are what we call an income position. And your bonus when you get those first 2 legs optimized will be you're going to get 2,000 in base pay, but you're going to get a $470 bonus for the week. The third leg, terminology wise, we call that a pay line. So you have pay line 1 is actually your third leg. Pay line 2 is actually your 4th leg, and so forth and so forth. Every single leg you build that gets to 2,000, you're going to get another leg. So if you start with 5 and you optimize 1, You're going to move to 6. So you'll never catch the amount of legs you have. You can build as many as you want. But watch this. You can see there on leg 3 and 4, which is pay line 1 and 2, that you're going to be getting 15% unlimited. But if you got them optimized, which means it total sales of 13,000 volume points times your 15% is 2,000, you would have made 2,000 plus 2,000 plus 2,000 on those 3 legs. But look at this. Starting on pay line 3, which is your pay line bonus, that is actually 1 on this chart. This is your bonus money, but this allows you to see the exponential growth of the bonus money. So if you get the 3rd leg built out, you'll get another 2,000. Your bonus is 500. Leg 4, which is pay line 2, another 2,000 plus a $1,500 bonus, and so forth and so forth. So will everybody go out and build 8 legs? No, I don't even have 8 legs built, but anybody can. And people have, like we have people in our business that have built more than 8 legs. But if you were to build 8 pay lines out, you'd be getting 2,000 per pay line and an $18,000 bonus for the week. That's our exponential income if anybody wants to tap into it. While you're building your base pay, your first goal is to get the company paying you $250 a week. Because if you hit the threshold of $250 in a week in base pay, they will match 15% into a savings account for you. We do not have access to the savings account until it reaches 10,000. Once it hits 10,000, it will be released to you that month, and you'll get an extra $10,000 on your Friday paycheck. And from that point forward, you will get your savings bonus match every 4th Friday. And they are going to match up to $2,000 monthly. So you'll get an extra $24,000 a year if you're maxing that out. Again, just clarity, you got to make $250 in a week for them to put the match in. But as long as you make $250 in base pay, whatever that is, times 15% is what you'll get put in your savings account. That was just our savings account alone paid out last year in the United States. So we have a lot of people collecting the savings account money. And you can use it for a free car, down payment on a house, whatever you want to use it for. Now we're going to move to the matching bonus. This is the last way we're going to talk about being paid. We have to qualify for this area. But let's go back to the beginning. The importance of coming in at top pay or ultimate is you unlock the first 3 generations of matching check for life. So the way it works, and by the way, this works on every leg. It does not matter. It works if you only have 1 leg. You get the first 3 levels of matching check if you're ultimate. So anybody that you personally sponsor into the business, meaning you signed them up on what we call your first generation, you could have placed them under somebody, but you personally sponsored them. That the computer system asks you that. Who's the personal sponsor? It'll be you if you're bringing them in. You're going to get a 15% match for life on their base pay. So if they make $100 next Friday, they'll get 100 and you'll get 15. If they make $1 million 5 years from now, over the course of a year, they would have gotten paid $1 million in base pay, and you would have gotten 150,000 match over the course of that year. There's no limit. There's no time frame in our industry. There's a word called a breakaway, meaning when people catch you by title or income, sometimes you lose them. Not in this compensation plan. You are locked for life. They could pass you up on week 2, and you're going to get a 15% match forever and always, without exception. As long as you are ultimate, those first 3 generations are unlocked for life. When people you sign up, sponsor people, that's your 2nd generation, and it's a 10% match. Your 3rd generation is a 5% match. So the illustration you're looking at is that if you signed up 4 people, you can sign up 100. There is no limit. But if you signed up 4, who signed up 4, who signed up 4, that's the math you're looking at. And each one of those brand partners started making only $100 per week. If you had 4 people on your first generation, they got paid $100. That's $400 in income paid out. Times your 15% match, you'll get $60 on your check that Friday. And then 16 people with a $100 check is 1,600 times 10% is 160. So it's the same math all the way through. You do have to qualify for generations 4, 5, 6, and 7, and you will have to have a 2nd leg to open up generation 4, 5, 6, and 7, because they open up based upon what you make in base pay. So generation 4 opens up with $500 in base pay. Generation 5, $1,000. Generation 6, $2,000 in base pay. And then generation 7, it's what's called 2 optimized income positions. Don't let that bog you down. We'll worry about that when you get there. Generally, you're going to have two optimized income positions by the time that matters. But just know, starting tomorrow, if you're brand new, if you sponsor somebody, you're getting a 15% match on their base pay for life. And I'll just go back and review this one slide. You can personally sponsor at the very bottom of any leg you so desire, and you will get the matching check. But all of the volume that is created flows upward, and everybody above it, it counts for in their base pay, whether that's a power leg or a pay leg, just depends on how it falls. So that kind of concludes it. I will tell you there's one last little piece to the puzzle, and that is we have an alternate play plan. We call it reward dollars. You've got to have an auto ship to collect these. But every single thing you do to get money in our pay plan that direct deposits every Friday. By the way, our weeks run Friday night at midnight to Friday night at midnight, and then you get paid the following Friday on the previous week's production, no delay. So everything you're doing is also feeding the alternate pay plan, which is tracked in your X office by simply going under Partner Co reward dollars. You'll see it tracking in there, and you build up these reward dollars, and then you can cash them in for 2 free trips a year. Punta Cana is our North American trip this year, and then our global trip you can cash in for is Bali. And Bali's a little harder to win, but it is winnable. And Punta Cana is actually really easy to win. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people here in North America that have won the Punta Cana trip. It's going to be amazing. And they do 2 a year. Last year was the Bahamas and Tahiti. The year before that was somewhere in Mexico. I think it was Los Cabos, Mexico, and also Tahiti, a cruise that went into like 7 to 8 different islands. So we want you to go out. We want you to build your empire, whatever that means to you. If you're here with, a little bit of commitment, an hour or so a week, get some extra money flowing into your life. As you start doing that and your belief level rises, work it a little harder, start building those legs out, and go out there and create enough income that really begins to make a difference in your life. And then if you so choose to work hard at this and get good at it, go out there and build yourself a reoccurring income that lasts a lifetime. And I do have to give a disclaimer. We are a business, not a place of employment. So everybody's results vary based upon, exactly what you put into this, your skill set that you come with or develop while you're here. And I will always tell people that I can never predict it. I've been in this industry a really long time. And I always tell people that I see a lot of people with talent, but it's not the determining factor in our industry. What the determining factor is desire for better in your life, and a realization that you may not have a lot of other ways to get better than a home-based business like this. That's how I ended up here. I was a football coach. And if you'd have told me I was going to leave coaching to do this full time, I would have told you you'd lost your mind. But I also had a wife and 4 children, and I lived paycheck to paycheck. And I came to the realization that that profession was never going to get me ahead, and I needed something else to subsidize it. And then over the course of a couple of years, I grew into the bigger money and doing it full time. So we wish you a blessed journey, and we look forward to working with you along the way.